Hello students, welcome back from the examination. Now we are starting from question number 6 of exercise 7.2. We are solving the questions of chapter number 7, triangle, as you know. And before the examination, we have finished till question number 5. I will provide you the link of last 2 to 3 sessions also. So you can see it once again if you want, and you can connect with the current topic. Okay, so now today I am starting with the question number 6 of exercise 7.2. So let us see how we can see the question over here. First of all, see, the question is given to us as triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB and AC are equal. As you know that in isosceles triangle two sides are equal. So which two sides are equal, that is also cleared in the question. Then they are saying side BA is produced. Look at the side B to A. The side is going from point B to A. That side BA we are producing till the point D in such a way that AD and AB are equal. Okay, AD and AB they have taken equal. Then we have to show that triangle BCD, you are looking the big triangle over there, that triangle is a right angle triangle, means at the point C we need to prove the angle is of 90 degree, because in triangle BCD angle C is only looking which could be set say as the 90 degree angle. Okay, so here we need to prove that this angle will be 90 degree. Now let us see how we can prove it. First of all, we shall write down the given things what we have given here. Okay, so first let us write down the given. In the given, first we will mention in triangle BCD, in triangle BCD, what we have? See, in triangle BCD, one thing we have side AB and side AC are equal. That is given to us. Second thing we have given here, AD is equal to AB. That is also given in the question. Okay, so two things are given in the question. Now what they are saying? They are saying that you need to prove the triangle BCD triangle is a right angle triangle. So we can say that to prove triangle BCD is right angle. Okay, now let us start the proof. So first in the proof, what we shall take it here? See, we have given that side AB and side AC are equal, and as you know that we have covered one theorem named as isosceles triangle theorem. The theorem says, suppose if I show you in short, suppose this is one triangle I have, and this triangle name I will take it as PQR for example. Okay, so see, if I say PQ and PR are equal, if in a triangle two sides are equal, then the angle opposite to them are also equal. So if I say PQ is equal to PR, okay, then what I can say, what is the angle given in front of PQ? That is angle number R. In front of PQ, observe, it is angle R, and in front of PR it is angle Q. So angle R and angle Q are equal in that case when the two sides PQ and PR are given to us equal. When you change the side, accordingly the angle will be also changed. Okay, so this fundamental we should use in this question, and name of the theorem is isosceles triangle theorem. Okay, this theorem is given before the exercise 7.2. So now let us see how we can use it, these things over here. First of all, see, we shall mention in triangle ABC. I am taking triangle ABC here. In triangle ABC. Now in triangle ABC, what we have given? Observe, in triangle ABC we have given that AB is equal to AC. That is given to us equal. Okay, we can say this is with the help of given, right? Now if AB and AC are given equal, so just now I said to you, if in a triangle two sides are equal, then the angle opposite to them are also equal. So in front of AB, observe, is it is a part of angle C is coming. This part I will say angle number 1, and this part, this angle, I will say angle number 2. So now I think it will be easy for you to identify the angle in front of side AB and side AC. So see, in triangle ABC, in front of AB, which angle is coming? That is angle number 1. Okay, and in front of AC, which angle is coming? That is angle number 2. Here reason we shall give, since angles opposite to equal side. This reason you need to give it compulsorily, okay, because whenever you use some theorem or some fact over here, you need to provide the reasons properly. Okay, so angle opposite to equal sides. Now this can be given as equation number 1 in the proof. Now we shall take further part. We shall say here, since AB is equal to AC, AB and AC are given equal, right? And we have given that AB and, we'll write down also, we have given that AB and AD are also equal. That you can check in the given. AB and AD are also given to us equal. So now if I ask you, the equation you observe, both the equation have the same left hand side, because you observe in the first equation the left hand side is AB, and in the second equation also the left hand side is AB. So we can say that both the equations left hand side is equal, so their right hand side means AC and AD will be also equal. So we can say that AC and AD is also equal over here, right? AC and AD are equal. Remember, if any two equation, their particular left hand side or right hand side, if it is equal, then the remaining side will be also equal, or remaining side term also we can say they will be equal. Now come back to the another triangle. See, AC and AD we got equal, but AC and AD are the two sides of which triangle? That is triangle ACD. Look at the figure carefully. Triangle ACD, that they are saying AD and AC are equal. Okay, now in this triangle AC and AD are equal, and if I mark this angle as angle number 3 and this angle as angle number 4. Okay, so observe, angle 3 and angle 4 are opposite to AD and AC. Okay, so if I ask you the angle opposite to AD, your answer will be angle number 3, and if I ask you the angle opposite to AC, then answer will be angle number 4. One thing you need to note over here, I am considering only triangle ADC at the time. Okay, so in triangle ADC, whichever the angles are opposite to the respective side, that only we are going to consider. So angle 3 is opposite to AD, while angle 4 is opposite to AC. So we shall write down now angle 3 and angle 4 are equal. Only one thing you need to care here. See, you can write down angle 3 is equal to angle 4, or you can write down angle 4 is equal to angle 3. Both the things are same only. But one care you need to take here. Observe in the figure, we have taken angle 1 and angle 3 together. Okay, means they are the part of the same angle, angle C. So angle 1 and angle 3 should come onto the same side of the equation. Observe in the equation 1, where is angle 1 is coming? That is coming in left hand side. So angle 3 also you take it onto the left hand side only. That care need to be taken. So see here we can say that since AC and AD are equal, so angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. Okay, reason will be same, angles opposite to the equal side. That reason not required to give again and again. So this will be equation number 2. Now we shall add equation 1 and equation 2. So here we shall write down adding equation 1 and 2. So see, Angle 1, as I told you, angle 1 and 3 should be on the same side, so they will be added to each other, is equal to angle 2 plus angle 4. Okay, and here I can say this will be equal to x because they are equal, so they will have a common value that can be supposed as x here. Equation number 3. Now see, I am taking now the triangle BCD. Look at the triangle BCD and forget the line sometime AC. Okay, that line AC you need not to consider for some time. Only see the triangle BCD I have. Okay, so triangle BCD if I take here and I apply the angle sum property, then what do I get here? So I will write down further in triangle BCD. In triangle BCD, I can say angle B plus angle C plus angle D will be equal to 180 degree. How we can say? That is with the help of angle sum property of triangle. Okay, if you want to mention angle sum property of triangle, that will be more relevant. Okay, now look at again triangle BCD. In that, what is the value of angle B I have? Angle B is actually 2, C is actually 1 plus 3. Remember, angle 1 is a part of angle C and 3 is also part of angle C. So when I will write down the value of angle C, I will write down 1 plus 3 because both the part when I will add, it will be equal to the angle C, and angle D will be equal to angle 4. Right? So let us write down these values. Angle B we shall write down here as angle number 2. You can say, or angle B is equal to angle number 2. C will be equal to angle 1 plus angle 3, and D we shall write down as angle number 4 is equal to 180 degree. Now we can say that angle 2 plus angle 4 I will write down together, okay, in one bracket, because in addition there is no problem if we are grouping the terms. Angle 1 plus angle 3 I will write down together in another bracket. Now look at the equation number 3. What is a value of angle 2 plus angle 4? Angle 2 plus angle 4 is equal to x, as well as angle 1 plus angle 3 will be also equal to x. Right? This we can say by equation 3rd. Right? And x plus x will what will become here? 2x. So 2x is equal to 180. So x will be equal to 2 will go on that side. So it will come in denominator. So value of x is 180 upon 2. So it will be 90 degree. Right? But what was our target? Target was to prove angle C is equal to 90 degree. One thing, tell me, can I replace x by 1 plus 3? Because see the equation number 3rd. In equation number 3rd you can replace x by either 1 plus 3 or you can replace by 2 plus 4. So I am replacing here by 1 plus 3. Okay. So here I can say that therefore the value of x is equal to 90 degree, or else I can say x means angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 90 degree. That I am writing with the help of equation number 3rd. Okay. Now 1 plus 3 is what actually? Again you observe, maybe you are knowing it, okay, but once you see 1 plus 3, can I say that it is equal to angle C? Definitely, because 1 and 3 are the part of the angle C. So here we shall replace 1 plus 3 by angle C, or angle C we will write down with proper name, that is angle BCD is equal to 90 degree. So So we can say that therefore triangle BCD is a right triangle, at C. Okay, so this complete this question. Now let us see the next one. Next question I am taking over here as question number 7. Total 8 questions are there. So 6 1 we have finished now. Now I am taking the question number 7. In the question number 7, see what they are saying. Triangle ABC is a right angle triangle in which angle A is equal to 90 degree, means whichever the angle is 90 degree, that they said over here, and AB and AC are equal, means two sides which are called as the perpendicular sides that are given equal to us. Then we have to find out the two angles, angle B and angle C. First of all, what we shall do here, we shall draw the figure with the help of given information, because in this question the figure is not given to us. So let us draw the figure first. Okay, so here we shall draw first one vertical line, then in the similar way we shall draw the horizontal line, because triangle is given to us as a right angle triangle. So that's why we shall draw the triangle as right angle triangle like this. Correct? So we can say yes, the triangle is looking now as a right angle triangle, and this angle is of 90 degree. Okay, here we have given that this point is point A because angle A is given as of 90 degree. These 2 points you are free to suppose the top one as B or C, you can take it, that doesn't matter. Okay, now what they are saying, AB and AC are equal. So AB and AC are equal, that I have marked equal over here. We need to find out the value of angle B and angle C. Okay, so first we shall write down the given thing in the question. So what we have given here, we have given that in triangle ABC, angle A is equal to 90 degree. One thing, AB and AC are given equal. Okay, what we need to find out here, don't write down to prove because we need to find out something. So we shall write down to find. Okay, what we need to find out here, angle B comma angle C. Let us find out these two angles. So solution. Now in the solution, first we shall write down in triangle ABC, first you see AB and AC are given equal, right? Because in the question only they said AB and AC are equal, that is given in the question. Okay, so now we can say that if these two sides are equal, and again if we think about the isosceles isosceles triangle theorem, then you all know that if in a triangle two sides are equal, angle opposite to them are also equal. So one thing, tell me, in front of AB, look at the side AB, in front of AB which angle you are observing? Angle C, definitely. And in front of AC, which angle you are observing? That is angle number B. Look at the side and the angle in front of them. In front of AC, observe angle B is only coming. Okay, so here these two angles I can suppose as X for some time. Okay, so it will be easier for us to calculate further. And the two angles we have written equal. For that, we'll write down the reason: angles opposite to equal sides. Okay, now Angle C and angle B are equal. So we shall take now triangle ABC. So we'll write down further, in triangle ABC, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. What I have applied here? Angle sum property, right? So by angle sum property, we can say the sum of all three angles will be equal to 180 degree. What is the value of angle A given in the question? That is given as 90 degree. That is given in the question, and I think we have mentioned in the given also. We can check the given. Yes, angle A is given as of 90 degree. And this equation I will suppose as equation number 1. So in the equation number 1, remaining two angle we have considered as x here because both are equal. So angle B I am keeping here x, angle C I am keeping here x is equal to 180 degree. So we can say that 90 plus 2x will be equal to 180 degree. 90 will go on that side and 2x we can keep it here only. So 2x will be as it is, 180 minus 90. From 180 subtract 90. How much it remain? It will remain 90. So we can say that 2x will be equal to 90. Okay, 2 is in multiplication, will go on that side. So x will be equal to 90 degree upon 2. So this will be 45 degree. Value of x is 45 degree. Right? Now x we got 45 degree. Look at the equation number 1. So see, if I replace the value of x in the equation number 1, I can say that I got the value of angle B and angle C in the question, and that is only required in the question. So we'll write down at the last, therefore by equation 1, angle B is equal to angle C is equal to 45 degree. This is your answer. Okay, now let us see quickly the last question of the exercise. So last question I am taking, that is question number 8. See the question number 8, what they are saying. Show that the angles of an equilateral triangle are 60 degree each. Means we have to prove that all the angles of equilateral triangle is of 60 degree. Means here we can suppose the triangle is equilateral and hence its all sides are equal. Okay, so by supposing all the sides equal, we need to prove their all angle will be equal to 60 degree. First of all, I will draw one triangle over here. Okay, and the name of this triangle I will give as, suppose I give the name here PQR. So this point is P, this is Q, and this one is R. Okay, now first we shall write down the given things. So what is the given thing in the question? They are saying triangle is equilateral, so I can say that all the three sides are equal. So we can say that triangle PQR is an equilateral triangle, that is PQ is equal to QR is equal to PR. Okay, PQ, QR and PR are equal. What we need to prove here? That we will write down. So we need to prove that angle P is equal to angle Q is equal to angle R. All three angles are equal to 60 degree, means that they are all are equal. And what is the value equal to them? 60 degree. So let us start the proof over here. So see, in the proof, first I am taking triangle PQR and considering the two sides are equal. Okay, all the three sides we can't take together. So I am taking two sides. So in triangle PQR, first I will say, suppose PQ is equal to QR. Okay, because all three are equal, so any two will be also equal. That we can say with the help of given, because in the given we have mentioned these two sides are equal, PQ and QR. Now once again we shall apply the isosceles triangle theorem. In front of PQ, look at which angle is coming. Look at carefully. In front of PQ, angle is coming here R, right? And in front of QR, angle P is coming. That we can say angles opposite to equal sides. Angle opposite to equal sides. This is the reason. And this we can say equation number 1. Now once again I will apply the theorem, but this time I will change the two pair of sides whichever I have taken earlier, that I will change it. So in triangle PQR, again, now see, earlier what I have taken, PQ is equal to QR. So just change the side. Either you change PQ and in place of PQ you take PR, or change QR. In place of QR we can take PR, means PR you have to replace either by PQ or PQ or QR you have to replace by PR, any one of them. So for example, I take here QR is equal to PR. Okay, you can take any of the for the two sides. So QR and PR I have taken equal. Once again see, in front of QR which angle I am getting here. In front of QR, observe, I have angle number P, and in front of PR which angle I have, angle Q. So I will write down here, in front of QR, see, in front of QR I have angle P, and in front of PR I have angle Q. The reason would be same, so no need to write down again and again. So these two equations I got. Okay, now you see angle R is equal to angle P and P is equal to angle Q. So we can say that if I compile both the equation, one thing is equal to second, second is equal to third. So ultimately all the three things will be equal. Okay, because suppose if R and P are equal in the equation number 1 and their value is, suppose for example 50 degree. So since value of angle P is now fixed, that is 50 degree, and in the equation number 2 if I say P and Q are equal, so since angle P is of 50 degree, angle Q is also becoming now 50 degree, and if we conclude we can say that all the three angles will be of 50 degree each, means they are equal and they are equal to 50 degree. However, it is not true they are 50 degree, but one thing we can conclude, they all are equal. So here we can say that by equation 1 and 2, angle P is equal to angle Q is equal to angle R, right? And all the three angles are equal. I am supposing equal to X. See, one thing is very clear over here. All the three angles are equal. But we haven't proved here that all the three angles are equal to 60 degree. That is required. Okay. So now let us proceed to that part. So in triangle PQR, we can say that angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. Here this equation I will give as equation number 3rd. Okay, all the three angles are equal, so I suppose them as X, that's why I have written the word C. So P plus Q plus R, all the three angles are equal to us, have X over there, so X plus X is equal to 180. Okay, now if I add all the X, that will become 3X is equal to 180. So value of X is here 180 upon 3. That will be equal to 60 degree. Okay, and if X is 60 degree, according to the equation number 3rd, what we can say, by equation third angle P is equal to angle Q is equal to angle R is equal to 60 degree. So this was required to be proved in the question. Now next session we shall start exercise 7.3. Exercise 7.4 is not in your syllabus. So our only one topic is remaining in the chapter and chapter will get over. So next time onwards we shall take from exercise 7.3. Okay, thank you.